Hi, my name is Antonio Benavides, and I'm applying for the job of Field Operations Manager. I work for a San Francisco Bay Area Sheriff's Office. I've been with my organization for 19 years. I'm often asked what the difference is between a deputy sheriff and a police officer. The main difference is jurisdiction. A police officer is solely responsible for the prevention of crime within their city limits, and a deputy sheriff is responsible for an entire county, which could include multiple small towns and several larger cities. I am a supervisor at the main detention facility in our county. I supervise 15 deputy sheriffs, 3 clerks, and 3 aides. We provide security for the facility, which accepts new arrestees, pretrial detainees, and some sentenced inmates. We facilitate transportation to and from court, school, addiction treatment programs, medical and mental health treatment, and anything else the inmates may need while in our care. I earned my Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Cal State Dominguez Hills 25 years ago. What is philosophy, you ask? Well, that very question is philosophy. In other words, we have no idea. I'm a graduate of the Sherman Block Supervisory Leadership Institute. This is a program designed to stimulate personal growth, leadership, and ethical decision making in California law enforcement frontline supervisors. I'm a graduate of the Robert Presley Institute of Criminal Investigation. That's a program designed to improve the effectiveness of investigators through specialized training, focusing on that investigator's field of study. I'm currently enrolled in the MBA program at Southern Oregon University. I'd like to talk about a few highlights of my career. I was assigned to the District Attorney's Office Investigations Unit. I assisted in the investigation and prosecution of child abuse, domestic violence, and human trafficking crimes. I've provided expert testimony in a variety of areas. One of my proudest accomplishments was creating a process between my organization and the DA's office to facilitate communication and create a more efficient court process. I was a supervisor in the Emergency Services Division. I supervised the Volunteer Services Unit there, a collection of 9 volunteer groups and 400 volunteers. The groups are diverse and include chaplains, pilots, reserve deputy sheriffs, youth groups, food services, and search and rescue. I'm fluent in the incident command system and have responded to mutual aid requests across the state. My last deployment was to the Napa and Sonoma fires, where we assisted in search and rescue operations. One of my biggest accomplishments was integrating volunteer deputy sheriffs and paid deputy sheriffs into complementary roles. I had to overcome a lot of skepticism and mistrust between the two groups, reaching back decades to get them to work together. I lead a team of small unmanned aerial systems pilots and observers. I manage the maintenance of equipment, purchase of new equipment, training, and field missions of the team. I'm responsible for reporting to the FAA and maintaining compliance with all applicable laws. My biggest accomplishment in this position has been creating leadership supported by processes instead of task driven management. I've written policies covering police use of force, maintenance of personnel records, drone operations, and evidence collection of highly sensitive materials. As you can see, I've been involved in all areas of law enforcement from field operations to administration. I've worked closely with local, state, and federal partner agencies. I even got to work on a project with police in Spain. I have worked with community stakeholders to accomplish our goals as well. I know how to manage up, anticipate my manager's needs, and use direct conversations to guide them when necessary. One of the qualities that I am most proud of is my positive affect. I can't turn every lemon into lemonade, but I'll be right next to my employees through the toughest times, ready to provide support and encouragement. I'm good at leading and inspiring people. People are the ultimate challenge, and learning what drives and inspires them is extremely rewarding. Public servants enter the profession for a variety of reasons, each requiring a different motivation. In an organization as large as ours, employees are all at different points in their career. Coming up with the right motivation at the right time and for the right person is a challenge that I particularly enjoy. I would like to spend more time learning to manage a budget. I've only scratched the surface of understanding budgets, helping to manage a $4 million budget, 1% of the overall budget. I look forward to learning the art involved in their development and maintenance. I am a servant leader focused on achievement. I take pride in supporting my employees in a few ways. First, I want to make sure that I give my employees all the tangible resources that I can. In a public agency, resources can be scarce. Team leaders have to be very creative in using those limited resources and even more creative in finding resources outside of the usual channels. I have begged and borrowed for what my team needs to achieve results. Second, I want to give my employees all the knowledge that I can. My favorite part of the day is training and mentoring my employees. I feel a great deal of pride when one of my employees moves up in the organization. My preferred organizational structure is mechanistic. I like knowing what my job is, who I report to, and what my role is in meeting organizational goals. I also like the time and freedom to work on projects that will improve the experience of the employees and ultimately the community. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to your feedback.